Hi, so welcome back. This is the third video of me going through my entire vinyl record collection, which means we're actually over halfway now. I'm not sure exactly how many are left at this point, but I feel like this video should be a little bit shorter because there are a few artists where I have quite a few records by them, so I should be able to get through them a bit quicker than going through each artist individually. But with that being said, I'll grab the first pile and we'll get started. Alright, so I thought we were actually starting at M today, but it looks like there's actually a few L's that were left over after LCD Sound System that I didn't realize about. But yeah, so the first one that I have for today, the next one in the L's, not the M's, is the Lemon Twigs, Do Hollywood. This is a really nice and quirky album that I got for my birthday, I think last year, from my girlfriend. Just on black vinyl, but yeah, I really love this record. It's got some real highlights like I Want to Prove to You and Baby Baby. Nice little insert of the band as well, the duo. But yeah, not too much more to say about this one. Just a really, really fun, really great record. And yeah, nice one to start the video off with today. And next up, we have a record that I can't decide whether I hate or love the packaging for. It's a really strange way of putting it together, but it's Wonderful Rainbow by Lightning Bolt. This is a really, really heavy noise rock album, but it has this really strange packaging which kind of just folds out and holds the sleeve like that. Very strange. The artwork's really cool for this one though. I really like the art style. I think that's the right way up. If you can see it there. It's got a Mr. Noisy, I think it is. The actual vinyl record has a one of the Mr. Men on it. Yeah, there he is, Mr. Noisy on the record because it is a very, very noisy record. If you've heard it, a lot of fun though. A lot of fun. Definitely worth the listen. A noise rock essential, if you ask me. Yeah, no, this one is definitely worth the listen though. Definitely worth a listen. Give it a go. Okay, and next up is my second favorite album that was to come out this year, which was very close with my favorite album, Cavalcade, which I showed off in the first video. But we have Little Simz, Sometimes I Might Be Introvert. This is my favorite rap album of probably the decade so far. Very, very good album. Huge album. It's the instrumentation and the production on this thing is just massive, and it's a color variant. It's another clear one. I seem to have a lot more clear ones than I remembered, but this album is phenomenal. Little Simz kind of proves herself as one of the best rappers of this generation, and yeah, it's very, very maximal, very epic as well. It has such a huge production to it, and definitely worth the listen. Got a nice gatefold there, and nice back cover. Yeah, I would highly recommend if you haven't heard. And now we're finally actually onto the M's with the very first one, MGMT, Little Dark Age. Love this album. I really want to pick up a copy of Oracular Spectacular as well, which I also love. Just on black vinyl. Would be cool if it came in yellow vinyl actually, since the whole album is kind of that weird yellow, kind of sickly yellow, dystopian look to it. But yeah, no, it's a wonderful album. Got the lyrics. Got all the lyrics on the sheets there. I don't think there's any other real things to show off about it except for this insane gatefold. Look at that. I don't even know what to make of that. But yeah, no, excellent album. Excellent album. Definitely give it a listen. When You Die is probably my favorite, like, dark pop song. One of my favorites ever. It's such a great track, that. And the music video, just like the gatefold, is suitably disturbing. But yeah, definitely give it a listen. It's a very, very good album. Okay, so next up we have a couple of records from one particular artist, and this is what I was talking about when I said this might be quicker, because there are a few kind of groupings of albums by single artists, but I actually have a lot to show from these ones, so it might actually be longer. But yeah, this is Phil Elverum, The Microphones. This is his second album. It was Hot We Stayed in the Water, and I have a bunch from him, so we'll go through them soon. But this has one of my favorite gatefolds ever. It's actually it's this really beautiful collage of the shore, the ocean, and yeah, no, this is a gorgeous record. And all of Phil Elverum's albums, he does a absolutely wonderful job of the packaging, which is why I love picking them up so much, apart from the fact that I love the albums themselves. They all come with these really amazing lyric sheets and inserts. So you can see there, that's all the lyrics to the album. For It Was Hot We Stayed in the Water, and he takes really beautiful photographs as well. And this album also features one of my favorite songs of all time, The Glow. So definitely give that a listen. It's a long one, but it's extremely beautiful, and it's it's an amazing song. But yeah, so that's It Was Hot We Stayed in the Water. And next up from the little Phil Elverum collection here that I have is another Microphones album, my favorite, kind of tied for my favorite Microphones album actually, is the third album, which is The Glow Part 2, which has kind of garnered a real cult following now. This is an amazing record, a huge album. It's double album. It's I think about an hour long, and yeah, absolutely wonderful. I'll see if I can find the fold out. Yeah, so this fold out is even bigger than the previous one. Here we have on this side is all the lyrics and a little note from Phil at the beginning. Some photography along with the title of the album there. And I believe there's a few little extras that come with this one as well. So yeah, there's another little insert that he's added here of the kind of samurai with the polar bear, which is actually kind of mirrored in the last few songs of the record. And just some nice more photography on the back. Yeah, no, he really goes above and beyond with his packaging with all of these records. So it's really wonderful to see these little things added into them. And next up is another one of my favorites from him, which is Mount Eerie, the album that was kind of the transitionary point between his work under the Microphones and also Mount Eerie, which he renamed his sort of work to in, I think, 2004. But yeah, no, this is another one with an incredible insert, probably my favorite out of all of them. It has this absolutely massive depiction of the record. Yeah, so starting with side one with the sun, the very first track, and just like kind of telling this story, this epic mystical journey as he kind of transitions into death, and it's a very strange album. It's a very strange album, but it's a really wonderful one as well. And yeah, really beautiful. From start to finish, this is just an amazing album. There is actually a booklet, which is very hard to come by. I haven't been able to find any copies for sale online, unfortunately, and I think they would go for very expensive, called Headwaters, which just details each section of this album in incredible detail. And I would love to pick it up. There is a PDF of it, which I'll link below, because it's worth a read, especially if you love this album. It's very detailed. I believe it's written by Phil. And yeah, no, this is just an incredible album. There's the record there, just on black vinyl. Pretty much all of the Mount Eerie Microphones records are just on black. But yeah, no, the packaging for each and every one of them, as you've seen and as you'll continue to see with the few that I have left here, are just immaculate, incredible. And also, I mentioned in the last video, I love when they use thick cardboard, and every single one of these has extremely thick, kind of heavy-duty cardboard to go with each of them. So yeah, no, Phil Phil does his work. Phil does really well with all the packaging for these. And then after 17 years of being under the Mount Eerie moniker, Phil actually came back to the microphones in 2020, last year, with the aptly titled Microphones in 2020. I love this album. It's one of my favorites of last year. Incredible record. And yeah, no, this is a just one about 45-minute long song, which is split across 2 records because it's so long. And similarly to his other packaging, just an incredible job here. This is the full lyrics of the entire 45-minute long song, and along with the chords actually. So if you wanted to learn to play it, it's not a complicated composition. It's pretty much just simple strumming of chords. So you could basically read along and learn the lyrics quite easily by just using this sheet that comes with it. Funnily enough, this must be an early draft of the lyrics, because up the top you can see it says Microphones in 2019 there. But again, lovely addition. I love the album cover for this one as well. The kind of ominous standing over the lake with his reflection there, and on the back, just some more photography. Phil loves his photography, as you can see. But yeah, no, wonderful album. One of my favorites of the decade so far. It's not for everyone, especially if you haven't really listened to the Microphones before. It's very self-referential, and he talks about things. It's pretty autobiographical. So he's talking about things that reference all of his music over like the last 2 decades, and his life, and kind of his ruminations on like death and things like that. So if you're not familiar with it, and with Phil and his work, this may not do much for you, but if you are familiar with Phil and his work, and you're a big fan, this is going to be a really important thing to listen to, I think, because it's absolutely gorgeous, and it's a beautiful kind of memoir of the last 20 years of his life. And moving on, this is actually the only record I have of Phil's under the Mount Eerie name. It's also one of his earliest, changing between the Microphones and Mount Eerie. But this is No Flashlight, which is a really gorgeous record, which is kind of the on the more reminiscent side of the Microphones work. I do like his work under the Microphones more because it's more abrasive and more noisy, and I just like that. But this is a really great album. It's a really great album. Again, some nice photography there. And I believe this is the only one of his that doesn't actually come with a really nice insert, which is unfortunate. But the packaging is still really nice. Still really good cardboard, which I love. But yeah, I need to pick up more of his. There's a lot that he's done that I don't have yet. But I feel like I already have quite a few of his records, and there's other artists that I would like to add to my collection before kind of expanding my already huge Phil Elverum collection. So we'll get there eventually. But anyway, moving on. All right, so this next one is Boxer by The National. This is also one of my earliest records that I bought for this collection. And I think it comes on colored vinyl, if I am correct. Yeah, so got that. Very nice. Some real great songs on this. Mistaken for Strangers, Fake Empire. Some really great indie rock tracks. And probably my favorite of the National albums. Next to Sleep Well Beast. Really like that one as well. And we'll have to pick that one up eventually. But yeah, this is a really great album. Packaging's, it's fine. It's fine. Nothing to write home about. But yeah, no, it's a great album. And happy to have it in the collection. And the very last one I have in this pile is... How could I not have this? This album's a bit of a meme at this point, but it doesn't detract from just how great the music is. This is In the Airplane Over the Sea by Neutral Milk Hotel. Sorry, the packaging is again nothing that special, just black record. But it's a profoundly beautiful album. the poetry, all the way throughout, the instrumentation. It's yeah, again, nothing more that I can say about it. There's been a lot of discourse about this album that I don't really have anything to add, but it's yeah, I really love this album. I haven't listened to it in a while. I'll have to give it a spin, but yeah, no, it's really great, really great. And that brings me to the end of this pile, so I will go put this away and I'll be right back. All right, next pile. So first up, I have New Order, Power, Corruption, and Lies. I would love to pick up a copy of Movement as well, because I love that album. I love the transition between Joy Division and New Order with that record. And this album is just fantastic, full of amazing songs. It was kind of the band really starting to come into their own with a new kind of fresh sound after the death of Ian Curtis with Joy Division. And yeah, no, it's just a really wonderful album. I love the album cover on this one as well. Really beautiful. And yeah, one of my favorite albums. And here we have a record that I picked up for about $10 at in a bargain bin, but it's an old favorite of mine. The Monty Python's Contractual Obligation album. This is just very funny. This is a very funny album. Can't really go wrong with it. Yeah, it's very old. It's secondhand, but it's in okay condition. You know, it plays fine, and I got it for cheap. So yeah, good stuff. And next up, we have one of my most recent purchases that I got is the new Parcels album. I haven't really talked about this one. I haven't done a review or anything, but yeah, this is a fantastic album. I'll just get it out of its sleeve. It's actually technically 2 albums. It's a double album, Day Night by Parcels, and yeah, no, both of these records are really excellent. So much fun, so well produced. I'd never really listened to Parcels before these, but now, yeah, no, they're definitely an Australian band to keep an eye on, because I absolutely love this album. A friend recommended me to listen to it, and thank you, Cameron, because these are both fantastic, and nice packaging as well. Nice packaging. Just got some inserts there, coloured quite nicely to fit the day and the night thing. But yeah, no, this is a great collection of albums, and yeah, you should definitely give it a listen. It's long, but it's a lot of fun. And up next is one of my favourite albums of all time, Parquet Courts, Wide Awake. I've talked about this album a fair bit. I did a review on it, and I also reviewed their new album, which I didn't like anywhere near as much as this one, but it was still, you know, decent. But yeah, this album's fantastic. It's also got a poster, which I had up for a while, but I took it down just for space reasons. There it is. Very cool. On the back, you've got some lyrics and credits. But yeah, no, this is a fantastic album, and I love the style of the music, and I love the art style as well. Andrew Savage does these really cool kind of abstract cover artworks for each of the albums that the band put together, and this is my favorite one, apart from also being my favorite album of theirs. So yeah, definitely worth a listen if you're into post-punk. And next is one of my favorite albums from last year, Perfume Genius, Set My Heart on Fire Immediately. Yeah, this is a beautiful album. One of my absolute favorites from 2020. Just on black vinyl, but yeah, really cool artwork on each of the record inserts. Very nice. And yeah, not a whole lot to say if you haven't heard this. It's a beautiful art pop album, and I would really recommend. And after that one, we have Pink Floyd, Wish You Were Here. Probably my favorite Pink Floyd album, although I haven't honestly heard all of their discography, so that's subject to change. But yeah, so that's it's the album cover. Got that on the back there. Yeah, so it comes with a little a little postcard, which is kind of cool. Very nice. And the record sleeve has the credits and the lyrics on the back there with a nice little photo. Yeah, very nice album. My favorite as of yet of Pink Floyd. And yeah, can't really go wrong. Beautiful album. And next up we have a really, really thick record of Pixies' Doolittle. Yeah, it just comes with the like demos and B-sides off the record. I think it's the 25-year anniversary of it. And it comes with, as you can see, it's got that, and it's got like a little middle record here, which is the original album actually, and the rest is the demos and stuff. But this one gets quite a lot of plays from me because I really love the original album. The demos and stuff, not so much. But yeah, no, fantastic record. Shame the packaging isn't that nice looking, but yeah, no, great record. Next up we have one of the most kind of bizarre combinations of pop and metal from the last few years, which is Poppy's I Disagree. Yeah, this is fantastic. It's a lot of fun. Really cool gatefold there. And it's colored as well. Wow. Blood splatter. Very cool. Yeah, no, it's this is a really great record. A lot of fun. Very strange, very kind of wacky, but yeah, no, it's one of the most fun records that I've heard in the last few years. So definitely give it a listen. And then we have Primal Scream, Screamadelica. I love this album cover so much. It's so vibrant, so colourful. One of my favourites. I like the gatefold less. We'll just say that. But yeah, no, this album is a classic, an absolute classic. So many great hits just on black vinyl. But yeah, no, not much to be said about this one. Just very good, full of an amazing bunch of songs. You've got Loaded, you've got Come Together, Moving On Up, you know, Higher Than the Sun, just I'm Coming Down, incredible. And as I said, love this album cover, love it. And next up we have one of my favorite post-punk albums of the last decade and all time. We have Relatives in Descent by Protomartyr. This finishes with one of my favorite songs of all time, Half Sister, down the bottom there, which is a incredible closing track that kind of mirrors the opening track, A Private Understanding. But yeah, this is a very cohesive, just incredible post-punk album, and it comes with a really cool booklet that has just like the lyrics of the songs, but it's a really nice addition. Very cool art that comes with it, as you can see. Yeah, no, it's very nice. All of the Protomartyr albums, as far as I know anyway, also come with these books. So I'd like to pick up at least one or two more so I can have like kind of a a collection of these to go with the records. But yeah, no, amazing album and definitely worth a listen. And the very last one in this pile is the incredible Morbid Stuff by Pop. This album is just so much fun. Very shiny, very glossy cover. I love the art on this one. And got a really cool kind of crowd surfing photo for the gatefold. I also think this one's colored, now that I think about it. I was right. It's a nice splatter. Nice splatter one. I actually got this discounted when I bought it. The guy at the counter was like, "This is my favorite album of 2019." So he was like, "Good stuff," and he just gave me a discount. So that was really nice. But yeah, I love this album. So many fantastic kind of pop punk songs on this one, and yeah, my favorite pop album. Really looking forward to hearing more from them in 2022. I think they have an album coming out soon, and yeah, good stuff. And now moving on to the final pile that I have with me today for this IKEA box, is the first one we have is Queens of the Stone Age, Songs for the Deaf. This is a really good kind of stoner rock album. Cool gatefold there. The packaging isn't really anything incredible. There's kind of just a insert there. I don't really like the art style of this album too much, but it's still a great album full of amazing songs. From start to finish. I love the concept of this one as well. The kind of road trip style radio that's weaved throughout each of the songs, I think is really cool and adds something to the album. But yeah, and then after that, I have another one, which is my favorite Queens of the Stone Age album, which is like clockwork. This is just an incredible album. Here we have the gatefold. Very interesting artwork on that one. And again, I don't believe that the vinyl's colored or anything. Let's have a look. Yep, just black. But the artwork's really interesting for these ones. Really interesting. And this is just full of incredible songs. I don't think there's a weak link on this album. It's pretty much just very watertight. There's only 10 songs, and I Appear Missing in particular is one of my favorite songs of all time, and definitely my favorite Queens of the Stone Age song. But yeah, no, incredible album. Definitely worth a listen. And next up we have another kind of group of albums by the one artist, so I'll go through them fairly quickly. We have Radiohead. So starting off with their third album, OK Computer, which is, it's become a classic album. It's just incredible. This is the version that comes with the B-sides. So it's got that middle kind of thing there. The OK Not OK 20th anniversary. But yeah, no, incredible album. And yet not much that I can really say about this one other than just, it's a classic. Definitely listen to it if you haven't for some reason. And after that one, we have an album of equal acclaim, Kid A, which is their fourth album, which was a huge detour for the band, diving more into electronic music than rock. They kind of put their guitars down and picked up synthesizers, and very strange album, like all of Radiohead, but particularly this is their kind of first dive into extremely experimental music. But again, not much more I can say about this one. Just a very good album. These are all the Radiohead albums are just black vinyl. But love each of these albums. Very good stuff. And my personal favorite Radiohead album, we have In Rainbows, which I also have on CD. This is a masterpiece. From front to back, not a weak link on here. And it's not a gatefold, but the packaging on this one is just really beautiful. I love the art style. It's very minimalistic, but it's very effective. Just the spacing of the words and the wax backgrounds, the melted wax. Just a really beautiful artwork. Really beautiful artwork. My favorite out of the Radiohead albums, and also my favorite out of the Radiohead artworks. Very closely followed by, in fact tied by, honestly, A Moon-Shaped Pool, their most recent album. This is just a beautiful record. It's a lot more stripped back than pretty much anything they've done up until this point, apart from a few kind of very orchestral moments here and there, such as on the opening track, Burn the Witch. But the artwork on this one is just beautiful. I think I like this more than In Rainbows, actually, if I'm being honest. But what's interesting about the record for this one is the inside actually has it's going to be hard to see, but you can actually see on the inside there that also has the artwork kind of splotched in there with that, which is really cool, a nice addition. And you can see that's what those look like. Very nice. But beautiful record. Definitely worth listening to and owning because this is one of their best. And then moving on from my Radiohead collection, we have Rex Orange County, Apricot Princess. This is a really beautiful pop album that came out in 2017, I think. He's become quite big now. He was on some Tyler, the Creator tracks, and this is gorgeous. This is one of my favorite pop albums of the last decade, and it comes with a really beautiful lyric booklet. Comes with it. Nice addition. Some cool photography, and there's the title of the album on the cover there. But I love this album. Love it a lot. I think it's colored as well. Let's have a look. Yeah, there we go. Really nice. The only annoying thing is it doesn't say which side is side A and which side is side B, which, like, if you look at the photos in the middle of the record, it doesn't really indicate which is which. So it's a kind of a pain when I want to listen to it and side B starts playing. But yeah, no, it's a great pop album, and I would highly recommend. All right, and coming up to my last few records, and an artist that I have quite a few albums from. I've actually already gone through a few of his in the first video with the Bomb the Music Industry records, but now we're up to his self-titled stuff, Jeff Rosenstock. So first of all, we have We Cool. Jeff Rosenstock's a really big fan of colored vinyl, so I think all of these are colored, if I'm done it wrong. It's very nice there. This is just full of great pop punk bangers, just banger after banger, and he's such a great and funny songwriter, such a good sense of humor. Yeah, no, this is one of my favorites, We Cool. Followed by what is probably my favorite of his, Worry. This is an incredible album. It's got a very nice color variant there with that one, and yeah, lovely lyrics on there. Love the album cover of this one as well, and in particular, I love the kind of Abbey Road style medley section that he does throughout the second half of the album, beginning at Blast Damage Days, going all the way to Perfect Sound Whatever. And Perfect Sound Whatever is also the name of this really wonderful book by James Acaster, which talks about albums from 2016, which he claims is the greatest year for music ever made. And that Worry is the best album ever made, I believe he says. Yeah, this is a really great book as well. It talks up a lot of really great 2016 albums. It's kind of the Bible for that if you want to listen to some really good albums from that year. And yeah, Worry is absolutely one of them. This is one of my favorite albums ever. And yeah. Give this a read and give this a listen. And next up is, I own pretty much every Jeff Rosenstock album, I just realized. But this is his fourth album, Post, after Worry, which came out in 2018. Also a very, very nice color variant on this one. There we go. Kind of a splatter plus a split on this one. Very cool. And yeah, I don't like this one quite as much, but it's still a really great record. I got this one as a gift for Christmas, I think, or my birthday. I think it was my birthday. And yeah, some real highlights on this one. 9 out of 10, Melba, I really like them. And USA is really great as well. And yeah. And then the very last album that I have, I figured it's kind of been a tradition with these videos that I actually have the last album up on the turntable for each of them. So I have done that today also with No Dream. And this is the most recent album from him, if you don't count the Scar remix of this that came out this year in April, Scar Dream. But yeah, no, this is also a very, very good album, very explosive. I'll just grab the vinyl off the turntable so I can show you the color variant of that. So a very, very nice color variant once again. As I said, he loves his color variants. So pretty much every Jeff Rosenstock album that you're going to find is going to be some kind of nice color. I think you'll be very, very hard stretched to find a black Jeff Rosenstock album. But yeah, pop that back on the turntable, and that brings me to the end of this IKEA box full of records. So that's the third out of 4 of them. So there'll probably be one more video, and then I'll be finished. That will be my whole collection. So yeah, that's been, I believe, apart from a few L's at the beginning, it's been M to R for my records, and then the next one will start at S and go to Z. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed these, and yeah, I will see you in the next one.